Yo, what's good? It's your boy Holiest. You already know what it is. Today, I wanted to give y'all a quick rundown real quick of things that I wish that I knew before I hit level 40 about Wuthering Waves. By no means is this a definitive, like you have to do this. You don't have to do these things, but these are just some things that I think that, like, me personally, I wish that I knew before, I put in like a lot of resources, because as you guys know, I did rush to get to this point. So, there was a lot of mistakes made along the way. And, I've learned from those. So my grind going forward should be a little bit easier. And I hope that this video will help your grind be a little bit easier as well. One of the main things I want to talk about is where you should be using your wave plates. I genuinely think that, tacit farming is great and everything. The XP for tacits or echoes is really low. So it does make sense that would be the main source that you would want to farm. I will say, when it comes to leveling up your world level, you will want to be prepared for the next world level. The enemies do get a little bit stronger. It's not like I haven't felt a crazy difference. They do get stronger. So if you don't prepare your characters early for that, then, once you get to that point, you're going to be fighting for your life to make up for the damage difference and the level difference in these new worlds. So I would say on your way to level 40, make sure that you initially, once you hit 30 or wherever you're at now, I would say start off that new world level preparing your characters for the next world level. So that means like getting their materials to level their weapons, getting the materials to ascend them, getting the materials for their skills to level those up, just preparing the characters that you're going to be using in that world for that next step, for when you hit level 40 or when you hit level 50, you'll be able to instantly level up everything. A big piece of that is using some of that currency to farm the shells, the actual money in the game, the coins, whatever you want to call it. Luckily, with the new update that they just dropped, or the new bug fix post that they just released, they said they're going to give us 1 million, which is going to cover a lot. If you look at the cost to actually level up some of the skills for these resonators, once you get to a certain point, the skills alone cost, I'm in the way. The skills alone cost 100,000 each. 100, 200, 300, 400, right? So you got to think about that when you have to level up 3 characters. That's only going to go so far, right? You go to your next character, it costs, the cost is the same. That 1 million coins is really only going to go so far, realistically. So that is something that, we will have to be careful of, is making sure that we are balancing our materials across the different types of content to make sure that we're able to do what we need to do once we get to it. Apart from only, that, it does cost this currency to level up your echoes. So even if you're grinding tacit fields all day, if you get a whole bunch of good echoes and you're trying to level all of them up, you may still end up running out of money because you just don't have enough, because it is kind of expensive to level up all those echoes. Now, like I said, with the bug fix, some of these currencies will be going up. So, it might be more worth it to farm later on. But for right now, that's what I'll say. Just make sure you're paying attention to what you really need as you're progressing through these games. It feels good to just farm tacit field, but that may not be the best bet for you all the way through. The next thing, I'm really hit or miss on this one, is the echo pity system. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's a good thing to know. Okay, and I got to like 38 or 39 before people started talking about it. So it would be nice to know that early on. I don't know if it's an intended thing, if they ever intended it to be that way. I personally only really use it if I'm farming specific bosses. So the way right now that the echo pity works in the game is if you're fighting a boss of the same type. So you're fighting Calamity boss, let's say the turtle and Dreamless, or the mech thing and the monkey. If you're fighting a boss of the same type, the pity is basically 1 out of 2, right? So like you kill one, if you don't get it, you kill it again, you should get it if it's the same type as the last one that you killed. For the elites, the pity is 4, and for the common ones, I don't even fucking remember, because who cares? They're common anyway. you get so many of them, it's like, who even really gives a shit? If you're doing the echo method for commons, you're a masochist, I think. I don't do it for the elites or the commons because I don't got time for all of that. But for the bosses, it can be worth it in the long run if you're farming a specific boss to do this method. If you get an echo from that boss, go kill another boss. If you don't get one, come back, kill it again. I think it's a great way to do it, and I wish I knew about it beforehand, because I was hopping around between like 3-4 bosses on my way, and I was just like, I was missing here, getting them here. It would have been nice to know earlier. I also wish that I knew that the XP didn't change much, and this is one of the reasons why I like to push to these levels, is not as much just for me, but I also enjoy letting you guys know, giving you guys the information. So like I said, I'm going to be pushing to 50 as fast as I can next. In turn, I'll be able to, let you guys know how the XP rates differ from 40 to 50 very early on, to let you guys know, what to expect once you get there. Now, the XP as it stands right now from 30 to 40 is not much of a difference. When you're farming tacit fields and character stuff, like all that kind of, it's not too big of a difference, which is okay because we're still only a week into the game. We're still very early game to mid game, and I'm assuming things will be changing as we get up, because I think the max level is going to be 80 or 90. We're expecting big changes later on, and hopefully the XP will feel more balanced then. Again, in the bug fix, they did say that is something that they're looking to update in 1.1. So we should see that increase earlier, and that should kind of, counteract everything. Hopefully. We'll see how much they increase it though. Okay, this is a big one. I wish that I knew, bro, that there was an interactive map that had the cities broken out by cities, right? The interactive map that I found initially just had all the maps on it at once. Every last chest, bob, fly, whatever, it was just there. And you could turn it on and off, but it would turn it on and off for everywhere. There's an interactive map out now that you're actually able to do it by city, right? So like you could only have Wuming Bay chest show. You could only have Central Plains chest show. You could only have this, and I'll share that in the link in the description. And that is so much nicer than the overload of information that I was receiving from looking at the entire map with all those chests. There's like 800 something fucking chests, bro. Like I'm not trying to look at all that at once. You know how demotivating that is when you finish like a spot and you scroll out and then you just see 600 more chests? That shit sucks. So yeah, that was a really nice one. I'll leave that link for y'all in the description if you guys do want to use that interactive map. It's really nice. This one is more of a personal thing. Y'all might experience this too, but this is more of a personal thing for me, is I wish that I knew that Wuming Bay and Central, this has nothing to do with being level 40, y'all. This is me being pissed again. I wish I knew that Wuming Bay and Central couldn't be 100%ed. Yeah, I stand on that. They still haven't brought it up. Not even in the new bug fix. I need to know what's going on. Me. Because I hate looking at that shit say 98%. And I looked through both of those spots twice. I went back through every chest just to make sure I didn't miss one. That's a lot of time wasted, Kuro Games, with no answers. I don't know what's going on. Is it a quest? What's happening? And I wish I would have known that before I circled back through that bitch 2 or 3 times, man. I still just wander around Wuming Bay sometimes. Just on the sand, just trotting. Just hoping I come across something, man. Lastly but not leastly, this does have to do with echoes again, and echo leveling. Because I didn't know how scarce the actual echo leveling materials were gonna be when I started, I used to use my level 25 burnt out echoes to level my shit up, bro. And I was always leveling my shit up all the way. So I was always using my echo materials, like my level 25 stuff, to level up my new stuff, which takes it instantly to 20, where I should have been using maybe like a couple of the actual Echo XP tube things and getting to like level 15 and then trying to do like 3 at a time, or like even less than that, maybe 2, and trying 2 at a time just to see what those first couple rolls were before I just dumped everything into that bitch. I was leveling stuff up all the way, using all fucking 5 of them at once. And then I got here, I was like, damn, I really don't got like a whole lot of XP left, huh? Like, damn, bruh. So be careful with y'all's XP, man. I was a dumb fuck. Y'all feel free to call me a dumb fuck in the comments. It's okay this time. I'll take that on the chin, bro. I will take that on the chin. So those are the things that I wish I knew before I hit level 40. If you guys have anything that you wish that you knew, or that you're learning as you play that I may have missed, or you just want to share something with the class, you know what I mean? Feel free to leave that in the comments. I will read them. I'm very interactive in the comments. I do try to respond to as many messages as I can. that make sense. If you don't make sense, I'll just make fun of you. If you talk about Genshin, I'll probably make fun of you. And what's the last one? If you type the word scientifically at the beginning of your comment, I will drop a nerd emoji underneath as a reply. So I hope you guys hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm live probably, I think. It depends on what time you're watching, but I should be live by the time this drops. I've probably been live for a while by the time this actually comes out. Come through, man. Thanks. You guys have a good day.